bear Rocky freed from a life of misery and fighting for human entertainment at the end of February 2025. For Paws received an urgent call from the Islamabad Wildlife Management Board (IWMB) to support with the rescue and treatment of a 7-year-old male Asiatic black bear. The confiscated bear was found bleeding from his nose, ears, eyes, and back due to being part of the cruel practice of bear baiting. His 7 years of life had consisted of a miserable existence, confined to ropes and chains, subjected to trained dogs sent to attack. As the crowd roars watching this abuse for entertainment, the poor bear was forced to defend and attack for his survival as part of this vicious and inhumane blood sport. Bear baiting, a gruesome blood sport to this day. Despite the practice being illegal, bear baiting remains a distressing reality in which bears are subjected to cruel fights against trained dogs for entertainment. The practice inflicts severe physical and psychological trauma on the bears, including the removal or cutting of the bear's teeth to avoid severe injuries of the dogs and humans. This is normally done at a young age without anesthesia, and we often find old jaw fractures demonstrating how forcibly the teeth are removed. Other abuse includes the filing down or complete removal of the bear's claws to also give them less of an advantage during a fight. Hot metal rings are also pierced through their sensitive noses and jaws, in order to hook through a ring on which to attach rope to exert further control over the bear. In Pakistan, bear dancing and bear baiting are age-old traditions introduced to the local society as a sport by the British. The responsible Pakistani authorities have been taking vigorous action against the cruel practice, ensuring to arrest and penalize anyone found to be involved and to confiscate the tormented bear. Sadly, in the province of Punjab, an increasing number of incidents have been reported, and while the exact number of illegally held bears in Punjab is hard to determine, it's estimated at perhaps several dozen to over 100. In April 2024, For Paws experts traveled to IWMB Rescue and Rehabilitation Center in Islamabad to help with the treatment of 8 resident former dancing and baiting bears who had been rescued. Additionally, the team supported the local authorities with the rescue and relocation of bears Layla and Boogie, who had been kept in chains and abused for baiting as well. Both bears were in bad condition at the time of their rescue, but have recovered since. Urgent treatment needed for injuries. Rocky was rescued in very bad shape, badly injured, with bleeding from his eyes, nose, and ears. He had severe wounds on his back and was in shock, which was exemplified by his constantly shaking. The team were informed that he had been subjected to a sickening 35 fights, and therefore named him Rocky in acknowledgement of his resilience. The 4 Paws team anesthetized Rocky and carried out a veterinary assessment and urgent treatment. All of Rocky's teeth had previously been removed in order to not injure the dogs severely during fights, a cruel act which is done without any anesthesia. The team treated the wounds in his mouth, tongue, and ears that had been caused by dog bites and removed the nose ring and the chains around his neck, a poignant moment that marked his freedom and retirement as baiting bear forever. Rocky recovered very well from the surgery with the proper pain medication and antibiotics to best support his recuperation. A specialized dietary plan was also prepared for the IWMB team to ensure he receives an appropriate diet, as he is unable to chew due to the cruel removal of his teeth. Settling in well to his new enclosure. Rocky has been settling in well to his spacious new enclosure under the close watch of the team to ensure he is content. When it was time for him to exit his crate, he initially showed some hesitation, but this time there were no dogs waiting for him. With patience consideration, the caretakers have offered him with food and allowed him to acclimate at his own pace. By the following day, he was already eating well, rubbing his back against a tree, and exploring his new environment. While he still retreats to his night room for comfort, the caretakers are confident that with time, he will further embrace his new life. Additionally, Rocky's enclosure is designed to welcome future rescues that can be integrated with him. Update May 2025. Rocky continues to thrive, and we're delighted to share that he has recently been introduced to Bantu, another rescued baiting bear. The two are bonding well, with the IWMB team carefully overseeing their interactions. So far, all signs are promising. Rocky, who is castrated, has been displaying submissive and playful behavior, much like a cub rediscovering happiness. The pair now share a new enclosure, and caretakers are closely monitoring them to ensure a smooth and safe bonding process. We'll keep you updated on their journey.